Welcome back to the Learning Simplified Workshop Series 1, where we dissect the ISO 20022 messages. This is the part 2, and in this part, we are going to understand the empty equivalent messages and understand a bit more on XSD XML structures of PAX messages. So let's take first the one series, the customer payment series, and on the left hand side you have the empty messages, and on the right you have the MX equivalent whenever they are present. So for example, a 101 is when a corporate requests for a transfer, and the equivalent one is a pain message, which is a payment initiation message, also known as the customer credit transfer initiation. Then comes an empty 102 and an empty 103. Now, if you notice that in empty you have two messages, but they are actually mapped to the same PAX message. The reason being, a PAX message being XML can have multiple nodes within it. So it can actually have a single transaction or it could have multiple transactions. Next comes MT110 for checks and MT190191 for advices. We don't have an equivalent one in MX. Then comes MT195 and MT196, which are used for queries and answers. And the equivalent is CAMT messages 26, 026, 027, 033. And for the answers, you have CAMT 034, 028, and 031. The definitions of these messages are on the right hand side. The MT2 series, which is the bank transfer, the financial institution transfers, you have the MT200. And more importantly, the more relevant ones is MT202, 202 curve, and 205 and 205 curve, which is used for domestic RTGS. So the equivalent here is the PAX 009, which is for financial institution credit transfers. And the notice to receive, which is MT210, is CAMT 057. So if you notice the 1 and 2 series, the equivalent messages in MX could either be a PAX 008, 009, or it could be CAMT messages. Finally, let us look at the statement parts. MT 900 and 910, which is used for confirmation of debit and credit. You have two messages, but it actually maps to only one message, 054. So it's bank to customer debit credit notification. Why it's only one message? Because you have a tag within 054 to indicate whether it's a debit or a credit. Similarly, you have a 940 and a 950, which is detailed and summary, and the equivalent again is only one, 053, called bank to customer statement. Coming to MT 942, which is similar to 940, but it's an interim report. The equivalent here is again CAMT 052, which is a bank to customer account report. So just see the difference here. The statement and the interim one is known as a report. So all these you can find out in this reference portal on the SIFT's website, which is given in the description box as well. Most important to understand is an XSD. Now, if you remember, PAX messages are XML messages, and XML always are structured along a schema definition, which is known as an XSD. Now, the XSD is the one which defines which elements may occur, which may not occur, what is their restrictions, what are their boundary conditions, and so on. So all of these you're going to find out on this website, which we are going to showcase a little later in the program. Now this is a sample XSD. This is not just the full one, but just an extract. Now if you look at here, min occurs 0, for example, it means that it is an optional field. The same goes for here. Now if you look at the ones which are shaded in blue, it doesn't have the min occurs word, which means it is mandatory. So just keep in mind these three fields we are going to see later when we actually construct a mandatory PAX message. So an XSD is very important for us to understand how the structure of an XML looks like. Now that we have seen what exactly is an XSD, let's try to download an actual XSD from the ISO website. This is the ISO website as can be seen. Let's try to search for PAX message because it's got different message types. So this is PAX, payments clearing and settlement. So let's try to download the XSD files. It's got downloaded. As you can see, the XSDs cover all the PAX messages. Let's take the sample most common one, which is the PAX 008. So this is how the XSD looks like. It is really huge because it contains both optional and the mandatory ones. So let's copy that. So this is a free online tool to change from XSD to XML. Let's paste this XSD. Let's skip the optional elements and generate only the mandatory ones. Click on generate sample, and there you go. You have the simple pack 008 which contains only the mandatory ones. For example, you have the header, you have got the message ID, you have got the creation date, the number of transactions in the XML, and obviously the most important ones, the data agent, the creditor, and the creditor agent. So this is how you can quickly convert any XSD to XML and start working on the PAX messages. So coming to the same PAX message as we saw, if you look at the blue shaded ones, this is the sample ones which we saw are the mandatory ones, and this actually indicates how many transactions are there in the file. Thanks a lot for being with us for this part 2. In part 3, we go further deep into a PAX 008 message and try to understand the important elements of a PAX message. Thank you so much.